Like everybody's in.
Recording in progress.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Greetings, 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 family, friends, and the world. This is Lkhyym, Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday evening? This is Sunday evening. This is July 12th, 2026. This is July 12th, 2026, 7/12/26. And the day is, well, I say this is the night, this is going into the night after Sunday. And this is Fight Fire with Truth. This is Fight Fire with Truth. And here we share information across the board. Um, when it comes to scriptures, when it comes to just knowledge and information that's been waiting for us for quite some time for us to share, for the creator. The creator is revealing his information and his prophecies in this day and time, and he's revealing it through his servants. He's revealing his information through his servants. We all have been taught a myth through the Roman Empire, but the creator is awakening his people in this day and time. He's awakening Israel, those that were lost but who are now found. They was blind, but now they see. We are the true Hebrew Israelites, and we're here today, and we're awakening as the scripture says, and as things are happening in this day and time. So first off, I like to start off with a prayer, and I like to thank, I like to call it two new students of the classes that we have for Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, and they're joining us tonight. One name is Melba or Mela. I see Mela, but I don't know if it's Mela or Melba. And also the other one is Brenda. Her name is an N right now, so that's the reason why I didn't remember. I think it's Brenda. Brenda is her name, and someone who got in contact with me as well to learn to know more about the information about what we share and how we share and what we do. So other than that, we're going to start off with a prayer, and after we start off with our prayer, we're going to go into open conversation. This is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. And ladies, if you got anything you'd like to share, after the prayer, I'm going to ask you to open your lines, and if you got anything you want to share, we can talk about according to scripture, according to prophecy, according to history, according to the knowledge that we know, not believe, knowledge that we actually can prove on the things that we know. So this is where we are. So right now I'm going to start off with a prayer, and we state, "Blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us so we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, which is the spirit, and in your way. We ask you to forgive us, our ancestors, and our forefathers of the sins that we have done against you, your word, and your law in time past, today's time, and time to come, that we may turn back to you and do your word, do your law, and bring your prophecies into fruition, that we may know to do and to share your knowledge to the world. We thank you, Father, for all you brought us to and brought us through, and let us understand your blessings and your curses you have made and you have said that was going to happen in these days, which is in Deuteronomy 28. Your blessings, which is in Deuteronomy 28, 1-14, and your curses, which is in Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 through 68. People are in today not realizing that we are waking them up to let them understand where they were compared to what we're coming out of. We bless you, praise you, and thank you, and ask you to forgive us and help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. In all these things we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Praise you, Almighty. Thank you, Father. Praise you, Father. Now, since we are two guests here today, no one else is here at the moment. Miss Mela or Melba G and Brenda, if y'all have any questions or anything you want to speak on or share, or talk about. And if we're going to talk about the quote unquote sovereign information, we can't talk too much about the private, but we can talk about what we can talk about. We can't go too much into the private because we don't mix private and public, and there's only so much that we share in the public about the private. So we talk about some of that, but when we go through the classes and everything, when y'all get y'all part two of instructions, you'll know more information because I'm gonna walk you through everything at that time. But other than that, you can unmute if you like, and if there's anything you like to share or talk about, let's go for it.
Okay, what is part two?
Part two is the instruction. You remember you got the first instruction is NDA, remember?
Yes.
You got 5 parts. That's what we do. We go in steps. We have an order by the way we do things. So part 2 is the introduction to sovereign class of knowledge. That's where the information comes, and this is where the bulk of the information you're going to use, you're going to need in order to take you from one step to the next step. Then part 3 is another step that you're going to take after you finish part 2 or the second instruction sheet. And then the third instruction sheet is the next one you do after that. And the fourth instruction sheet is the one that you're going to do after the third. And then the fifth one be really you're graduating from, because you'll be able to know the information and you're going to also teach the information. So by you teaching it, we know you know it, and then you'll be ready for the advanced class, which is the Wednesdays freedom sovereign class of knowledge. So right now on Tuesdays, I was doing it every Tuesday, but we had a lot of I would like to say lazy people, yeah, because out of all the time they've had in 6 months, they wasn't doing the work. Some dudes doing the work, but the majority of them wasn't, and they wasn't showing any effort. So I said, well, when y'all get serious, which because I got, it's taking a lot of my time to do it every Tuesday, and I got other things to do. And I'll be on here for quite some time, just like I'm on here. I was on here yesterday. I'm on here every week on the public, which is yesterday at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. noon Eastern time. And then I'm here tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Then I'm on tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight is open conversation for anybody got questions and things like that. Tomorrow is Lkhyym's Knowledge of Truth. I'm a vessel when the creator brings stuff through me to speak on. I don't even know what I'm going to speak on half the time. But then whenever it comes, it just starts flowing. So that's Lkhyym's Knowledge of Truth on Mondays. And then on Tuesdays, I have a double class. I have one at 7:30 a.m. for those in the UK. In the UK, which is the United Kingdom, and they come in on Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. once a month now. And then we have one at 9 p.m. for those that's here that don't get on at 7 a.m. They get on at the 9 p.m. And then that's the double class for the introduction to sovereign class of knowledge. Was that good enough for you?
Well, I'm still puzzled. How far do I have to go before I actually start doing things?
Well, when you get I'm just right now, as we can see, I was asking you to help the couple. I'm not gonna say their name because they're not here.
She can't do it because she spent too much time on the phone with somebody, and she didn't get her paperwork done, so she has to do it now.
Oh, no problem. Whenever she send it, she can send it. But it's just
sending it. I'm talking about her being on a call. You're talking about her sending her paperwork.
Yeah.
NDA in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we do these like part one, and part two. Are we gonna have to wait until everybody?
No, you're not gonna help it at that time. No, not at that time. No, because when we do that, that's gonna be when we're starting to do the class. When the classes come, they either miss it or they come through. But right now, since y'all are a new group, what I'm doing, I'm trying to wait till all y'all get together so I can share this with y'all all at once. Because, like I said, it takes time. No different like tonight, we're on, and then, see, when I take you through the steps, it takes time for me to show you and get an understanding because I explain everything to you. And I do it the exact same way each time.
Okay.
And this is the reason why I'm saying that people were lazy because it's a lot of people that I'm just going to say between 11 and 25 people from the end of November to May, to the beginning of May. A lot of them hadn't done anything besides did the NDA. A lot of them got the paperwork, but they haven't showed any effort. We got me. He had a few that came through, did it, and they got through, and some come and some go. But this information, a person in the UK ended up finding out because people try to take shortcuts. Now, the reason why we have people signing NDA, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I'm able to explain everything as well. The reason why we have people sign the NDA is because we know that people have been learning information out there in the world, learning other information. Now, you've probably seen, and I've shared with you, with most of your crew, I've shared with you some of my court cases. Am I correct? Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay, I shared with you a couple of my court cases. One of them was on A&E nationwide. And I shut that one down. That was before I went to the last to the jury trial. And if you listen to the brother in part one, he was there for the first time. He met us there. I met him over the phone from another friend of mine, or like from some associate that I sell my alkaline water and teas to. They told him about it. He called me. I said, "Well, we're gonna have I have a court case coming up." He met me there, so he didn't know me from nothing until that day. And when he came, huh?
I just said, "Oh."
Yeah, he didn't know me from anything. So when you heard his testimony, that was all fresh.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I thought he had. No, I thought he knew you.
No, he didn't know me. That was my first time meeting him that day.
Okay.
When I went to the court that day was my first time. Matter of fact, he met us there. And you heard his testimony, right? Well, you heard it for yourself. And that was the one that was, they had me on A, and I played A&E. You probably heard it because I don't have, matter of fact, I think I probably have that on, because I had another YouTube, and they erased it. Well, that YouTube was Juice Pro 2012. YouTube erased that full one, so a lot of stuff I lost there. But whatever I have, I did on my. That's why I record my stuff myself. I don't put it on cloud. I record and I keep it myself because cloud you may lose stuff there. I don't trust the system. I rather keep and hold everything myself. So that's why I was able to replay that recording and also do that day. That day was fresh. That was within the last 3 or 4, maybe 5 months when we did that one. I think that was in it was in May, June, March or April when we did that video. When we did that, and that was just really a recap, and I played and everything. So, yeah, he didn't know me, and that was his first time meeting me, and he gave you the testimony. So I try to share with people what the Creator has brought me to, and has brought me to learn the real truth of what's going on in the world today and how the world has been deceived. A lot of people will not accept the truth because they've been indoctrinated with what the world have. And that indoctrination came from the Roman Empire, but is of the word of Yah. Remember, I was just sharing with you in the prayer in Deuteronomy chapter 28, the Father said that he gave us blessings and he gave us curses.
Yes.
Both of these are true. He gave us when it says when the Holy Spirit come upon you, it's going to lead you into all truth. That all truth is the truth of the blessings of the Creator and the truth of the curses of the Creator. So even though the Creator said it, it's going to happen. So when you try to open people's eyes up to the lies that the Roman government and the Roman Empire gave to the world that everybody is living in, you try to wake them up to that. They're not accepting it because they're indoctrinated with what they believe. But I try to show them facts according to prophecy, according to history, and according to scripture. I show them facts, but their minds are still stuck. I was like that too at one time, but the Creator opened my mind to really see the truth. But when you start, you can't deny it once you see it.
That's true.
And I really appreciate you told me the story about the creator said you're still a slave.
Yeah.
The whole world is.
Yeah.
The whole world is. And they don't realize it. A lot of them don't want to let it go.
That's true.
And that's why I try to share the information. So if there's any other questions y'all like to ask, anything, we can talk about it. That's why this is open conversation tonight.
I have a question.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
hear me? Okay. In regards to
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
about her being released, about some paperwork showing you gave a picture of some kind of paper. It didn't look like voter registration thing. What was?
Yeah, did you make it big and read it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What it talked about was this.
What offense does it have?
Huh?
I said, what significance does it have?
Put it like this.
What happened?
Put it like this. Everyone, when you get your first ID, right? When you get your first ID, you have to write a signature for that ID. They use that signature because that's from your handwriting. When you get your first ID, that signature follows you, and they use that against your trust and against you. Like when you get stopped, nowadays you don't have to sign a ticket anymore, right?
Right.
Because they got your signature already. You understand what I'm saying?
Just slow down. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I'm about to give you an understanding of the picture down. I'm glad you asked about that, about the information. But I'm gonna give you the understanding first, and then I'm gonna give you that. When you went and signed, they got your signature for your voters registration and they got your signature for your license. When you signed for that license and your first signature, you signed to the jurisdiction. No different than when you got your birth certificate and your ID, your birth certificate and your social security card that your mother was an informant and gave you. Y'all may know this because y'all said y'all done some study and y'all may not know this.
Yes.
Do you know this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when your mother was an informant, she didn't know it because the system, just like you said, it was low down when they got your signature. When you signed that, now you have actually signed to in the jurisdiction of the system. When you went and got your license, or when you went and got your information, when you put your signature down, you just signed at that time. You put your signature down and you put yourself in the jurisdiction with your ID card. So by having that ID card, and this is how come every time a person gets stopped, they ask you, do you have an ID? What's your ID? What's your ID? They know that you're part of the system according to their ID. That's why you have to register your car. That's why you have to always get if you don't have a driver's license, you have to get a state ID card, right? All that puts you in their jurisdiction. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. When you read that information, now this is kind of private, so I'm kind of skim through a little bit. I want you to understand it because nobody's seen it. The public haven't seen it, but I gave these to the people in private. Okay, hold on. My brother Gus coming in. Okay. Brother Gus, that's you? Gus, is that you? I gotta hear your voice, Gus. That look like Gus. I can't hear you, bruh. Yeah, that's Gus. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of people coming in, and they try to put up explicit stuff. They try to use other people's name when they come in. So I'm very. That's why I asked about you, Brenda, about putting your name in, because people come in. And that's how my other YouTube got shut down when I uploaded the information, they put some explicit stuff on there that wasn't supposed to be shown, so it got rid of my whole YouTube or my
Oh.
yeah. So that was my Juice Pro 2012, but now I use my YouTube on Juice Pro 33. That was my beginning. So Juice Pro 33 is the one that I use. So hey Gus, just to let you know, bro, I can't hear you, so I know I don't know what's going on with you. That's all right. You can hear me though, right? Okay, good. We got 2 new students that's coming in. They haven't done the class yet, but I got one of them's NDA. Mella, have you sent your NDA in yet? Miss G? I haven't seen.
Muted.
Oh yeah, I see she's muted. So she can come in and tell me if she did or not. But the point I'm getting at is that information that she was asking about. That information shows that that my name is retracted, and I didn't ask for it because what happened was when I sent my information in, I'm telling you that we sent it in. It showed, and when you go back and read it, it's going to show you that I'm not a part of their jurisdiction anymore. Even though you read, they say I'm not a resident of Detroit anymore. Even though you reading it off the one that you read. There we go. Gus coming in. That you, Gus? I ain't hearing you on either one. Is that you? Yes or no? Is that your second one? Is that your second up here? Is this you? Can you hear me? Okay, good. I want to make sure that's you. I don't know why your mic ain't on, but what happened, Brenda, is that what they did was after my information got saturated through the system, it's showing that I'm not a part of their jurisdiction anymore. So next time you read it, it says, and if you notice, it's checked off in red, right? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know if it's red, it's live, right? That means you're living if it's in red.
No, I didn't know that.
Red, put it like this. When you go places and they want you, and when you get ready to sign a check or anything they want you to sign when it comes to the public or to the corporations, do they want you to sign in blue or they tell you to sign in black?
Black.
Guess why they want you to sign in black?
Blue is living, represent living.
Blue and red represents living, black represents dead. That's the reason why it's in red. They're showing me underhandedly, undercover, showing me that it's facts. Can you understand now?
Yes.
That's the reason why I've been trying to tell people what's going on, what's happening, and where we at. I'm not trying to force anything on nobody. I'm here. I made a promise to the Creator in 95 when I went before going through my spiritual awakening that if He brought me to the truth, I'll put the truth in songs and writing and give it to the world. It's up to the world to accept it or reject it. My job is just to come and tell the information. I'm a messenger.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. Did that answer your question, though?
Yes, it did.
That's all I want to make sure. That's why I want to make sure. Now, do y'all have any other questions about anything at all? I want y'all to get out with you, whatever it is you want to get out right now. Since we're here on an open conversation and we're face to face, mainly, you can say. I'd like for you to share whatever you want to share, or ask. And if I can bring out whatever I can bring out, I'll try to do that. The best I can, whatever you'd like to know. I wish Gus voice could come in because he's come to find out some information after what he's come to learn since being here, spiritually, that is. And made me feel good that he see it now compared to where he even said he used to be. But I'm thankful that he can see. That's the key. That's the key. Yeah, his other one, I guess that's his other phone or his other computer is still there, but I guess something's going on with his mic. So is there anything else y'all like to share? I mean, want to talk about?
Well, I'm trying to decipher what is public and what is private as far as talking about things. Can you just talk and share about some of the
Exactly,
things?
exactly. Put it like this. Yes, put it like this. What the world is going by, everything they're going by and doing is public. Everything that the system is doing is public. When you move into private right now, I ain't gonna ask if you like Trump or not, but do you know when Trump was sitting up and he was signing all those books, he was signing executive orders. Huh?
Oh yeah, executive orders. Yeah.
Do you know what an executive order is?
Yeah, it's an order, like a law to change, to do something. You gotta do this, do that.
Yeah, but it's an executive order. That means that it's private. It's behind closed doors. It's stuff, put like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Executive, listen. You remember the inauguration last year on I think that's January 20th? When he came, when he's supposed to put his hand up, but you notice he didn't put his hand on the Bible?
No, he did. That's right.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because he swore in the day before on the 19th under the Republic.
Oh, he did before that.
That's the reason why this is moving back to the Republic under the Constitution now. The people don't know that because the people is blind by the system, the Roman Empire. The creator is using Trump to turn things around, but people can't see it. People are blindsided by the media, by the powers that be before Trump came into office, and everything else that's going on. So the things that's happening, Trump is setting things in order. That's the reason why it's prophesied. That it's prophesied in the scriptures that everybody should go back home to their own land, right? Or do y'all know that?
Yes.
Do you know how they're going back home to their own land?
Across the water.
No, but how it's happening?
The way it's happening now, immigrants.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. Trump sending them home.
No, yeah.
But see, the people don't know that because they don't know scripture.
Right.
You see, that's prophecy happening. But the people don't have, Trump may not even know he's doing that. But Trump is doing what he's supposed to do.
He doesn't understand how the Most High is using him to do what needs to be done.
There you go.
But you know what? Wait, since you said that an executive order is on the private side?
Yes. Not CEO on the public, like under a business. Yeah, we talking about this is what you're moving into. Your private office. You're getting ready. I can't go to this is but now this is when we about to start talking about the private. Okay. You see, do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
This is the difference between public and private. See, public, a lot of people can talk about the trust and all this other stuff. But when it comes to talking about the private, now you're talking about executive stuff because now you are moving outside of the jurisdiction, as you saw in the paperwork I gave you, and you're moving into over the government status. Actually, you're going to be over because they can't touch you. Now, I will tell you this. Me, a few other people that's in their office, I'm just going to say office, undercover for executive office, okay? So I'm just going to say executive office one time, but when I say private office, you know what I'm talking about, okay?
Right, okay.
Okay, a few of us is in our private office. I got students in Atlanta. When they ride out, cops get on them, they read his plates, they zoom off. They've done it to me several times because of the information that we seeing in the private. That's the reason why we're doing things in private. We don't see a lot of people out here sharing a lot of stuff, but a lot of them doing it according to the statutes and codes of the system. We don't use that. You understand where I'm going? We don't use the statutes and codes because that's their stuff.
That's right, it is.
Now you understand where we stand, where we at. The Father has brought me a mighty long way in my 30 plus years since my spiritual awakening. but I've learned a lot. I know a lot. I ain't say I know everything, but I know a lot. And the truth gonna seem hard, but the truth is still the truth. I can't deny the truth. I can't deny the facts. If people want to stay in the religion and the cult that they're in, that's on them, because I'm a messenger and I'm also a watchman. And the Father said when he come to certain, if you know Ezekiel chapter 2 and chapter 3 and chapter 33, you'll understand what a watchman is, as well as a prophet.
Okay.
So
Okay, so how often? Okay, how often will we meet? Is that once a week?
no, I'm here. I'm here Sunday, and what shall I say, Sabbath at 12, tonight at 9, tomorrow at 9. But if I start getting more people to come, they start coming and they start being serious, I'm gonna start doing it every week again or every other week, because it's wasting my time. That out of let's just say out of 11 to 25 people, right? Between 11 to 25 people. In 6 months, besides me and my wife, only 3 people are in advanced class.
So what I'm asking is, like, this is a beginner's class.
Well, not this here. It's the introduction.
You're gonna start with us as a beginner's class.
Right. That's gonna be that's the introduction to solving class of knowledge is the beginner, which is actually the foundation. That's the foundation, because that what we do is we give you the foundation to build your empire on.
Okay, so when is the next class for that?
Well, I'm gonna have a special one with y'all, because the next one is actually the last Tuesday of the month. But if I get at least 4 or 5 of y'all together, so y'all 2 plus the couple and whoever else y'all got, if I get all y'all together, I'll go ahead and have a class before, but it'll be on a Tuesday, but it'll be before that Tuesday. But if not, everybody will be together then, because I want it to be worth it for people to come. When they come, if I gotta leave about 5 or 6 people on, it's worth me sharing the information. Not saying it's not worth it with 1 or 2.
Am I not worth it?
I'm about to say, not saying it takes time. It takes a lot of time. But see, I already know that y'all got people coming. So I want to do y'all as a group right now. If I just start with y'all 2, I got to come back the next week and do it again. I'd rather have y'all get it together, because this showed me who's serious as well. Now, they did do the paperwork, but they don't have, I need one PDF. One PDF with everything in it. Just like when I sent it, it was one PDF. I'm getting it back in pages. I want that one PDF together, because when I hit it, it's supposed to open up. I'm supposed to see everything in that PDF. But they're sending me pages back. And I can't do it like that, because I gotta look, then if I have to go back, I have to look through all those pages. I can't do it like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're going to have a lot. I'm going to have a lot of work to do. That's why I say you got to learn it, and when you learn it, you got it. And we don't have you doing like learning all the stuff in the public. When we got it, it's simple. That's
what I'm waiting for. I didn't done all this other stuff.
Right.
I want to know how to live it now. How to do it.
But all you got to do is stand in it. All you got to do first, you got to know who you are. Once you know who you are and where you stand, you're already in the office here. You got to start here first. The paperwork is for the world to know.
All right.
Because the world is governed by the satanic system, which is Esau. And let me break that down to y'all real quick. Mm-hmm. The Father gave Abraham a promise. He promised Abraham that his seed would be as the stars of heaven. And he also established his covenant. He established his covenant with Abraham. He also gave Ishmael a blessing. I like to say bliss. I don't say be less.
Yeah.
He gave Ishmael a blessing, but he established it through Isaac. You understand what I'm saying? So he established his covenant through Isaac, and then through Isaac had 2 boys, which was Esau and Jacob. Esau had a blessing, Jacob had a blessing, but it was said before both the boys was born. Before both the boys was born in Genesis 25. I'm just going by here right now because if I go through it, I have to read and break it down. Now, when I get in it, I have to break it down as I go. So I'm just giving you hypothetically right now, and you'll always go back because you can get the information and you can just look on here or on the YouTube or whatever, or I'll send you the links that we're on, and you can just listen to the whole thing over again. But when they was in the womb of Rebecca, when they was in the belly before they came to this plane, the Creator told her that 2 nations are in thy womb and 2 manner of people. And he said the elder is going to serve the younger. He told them that. Y'all know the scriptures on that?
Yes.
Okay. He said the elder is going to serve the younger. So they both came out. Esau came out red and hairy all over. Jacob took on to his heel as he was coming out, and his name was Jacob. And by his name being, his name is Jacob, and Esau was the first one came out. Esau came out red and hairy all over, right? So now, if you go to chapter 27 now, but what before 27, in 25, we got to remember Esau sold his birthright for a bowl of beans because he was hungry. A lot of people think Jacob was wrong for getting him to sell the birthright, but people don't know that birthright was the blessing. A lot of people don't know that. They just looking at the fact of what happened. When the Creator said the elder gonna serve the younger, when he sold the birthright, he sold the blessing. And I'm gonna tell you how. When Isaac told Esau in chapter 27 of Genesis 27, he told Esau, go and make me that venison and so I can bless you before I die, because he was blind. And if you think about it, this is why I try to get people to understand. They don't understand scriptures. They don't understand situations. A lot of people don't understand situations as they happen. How many people do we know? How many people do we know went blind back at that time? You don't hear, I'm sorry?
Not many.
You don't hear too many people going blind in that day. Right or wrong?
Right.
So, people don't think. Isaac went blind for a purpose. Now, I'm not saying the Creator did it. Whatever happened, he went blind for a purpose. That purpose was because he didn't know that Jacob was supposed to get the blessing. The Creator, if you go back to 25, said the Creator, Isaac asked the Creator that she get pregnant. And the Creator entreated Isaac, she got pregnant. And then when it was rumbling or fighting or whatever going on in her belly, she said, why am I thus? And then she went to inquire of the Creator. A lot of people don't look at scripture correctly.
Right.
She went. Isaac wasn't there. She went to inquire of the Creator what happened to her, what was going on with her. That's when the Creator told her. Isaac didn't know this. The Creator told her, the elder going to serve the younger. And he also said, one going to be stronger than the other. Actually, Esau is stronger than us. Look at the world today. He got Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. He's stronger than us in this day, in this time. But he's also going to serve us like Trump is doing now. Trump is turning things back for us. People can't see it.
I know.
You see? So they're going to serve us. When you see his blessing in Deuteronomy, in Genesis chapter 39 and 40, and then Jacob's blessing is in 27 and 28 of Genesis chapter 27. Should I say 28 and 29? So what ended up happening was this. I just went back there so you can understand the way the story went. So when he sold his birthright, the blessing was in the birthright, because the domain of the earth is the blessing. The domain of the earth is the actual blessing. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't even understand that because they don't understand the situation in the blessing and also the birthright. The birthright is that the elder is going to get majority of whatever, but the Creator promised Abraham that what his seed was going to be. Now, if you look at Esau's seed is great across the earth. Everywhere we look, we see Esau's seed. And when I say Esau's seed, I'm talking about not only the Caucasian people. I'm not a man of color and all this and that. I'm looking at the spirit. It's a spiritual thing. It's spirit. A lot of people looking at the Caucasian as white man, black man, devil. You got a lot of melanated people out here, evil, just as evil or worse than the Caucasian man. So I don't look at it like that, even though I know that we, from slave stock, we're the children of Israel. We are those people because of what was prophesied to happen spiritually. It's still spiritual. This is what people fail to realize. So spiritually, the Creator said what was going to happen to us and what was going to happen to him in the blessings and what was given when Isaac said what he said. But now let's go to the blessings, what was given first to Jacob. I will give you that. Genesis 27, verse 39, 28 and 29. Genesis 27. Here we go, right here. Here we go. Grab these real quick. Genesis 27, I'm going to give you the keys. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I'll be here for a minute. But I do, because when I break stuff down, I like to make sure you have a good understanding when I'm doing it. So I'm just going to give you the keys to the blessings right quick. Okay. So in Genesis 27, verse 28 and 29, right? It says, this is when Isaac thought he was blessing Esau, but he was really blessing Jacob. Name or not. Whether it was his name was Esau or Jacob or not, he got the blessing. That's why I try to tell people, a lot of people thinking that in today's time, what's the third commandment? Thou shalt not take his name in vain. People think Yahweh, Yahuwah, all these other names, they don't realize it's the character. It's the, not the character, it's the law. The law is the Creator's name. A lot of people don't understand that. And the reason why I say it's the law is because it's the representation of the law. No different than when we were children. I do believe everybody here is over 50, maybe. If you're not, I believe everybody on here on the live on Zoom. I believe everybody's over 50. You ain't, you're probably close to it. But when we was coming up, our people had a standard. We came up, we had a village. The village was like the neighborhood. When we was coming up, our village was our neighborhood. And the elders was like parents to us, right? So when people see a child out in the street, and if your child out there acting up being bad in the neighborhood, everybody know who each child was at the time. If your child acting up, they'll say, oh, that's such and such a kid. That's such a child. He know he supposed to be acting like that. You're making your parents' name look bad because you carry their name by your actions. No different if you out there and you being good or whatever. Oh, that's such and such a child. Yeah, he's a good boy, ain't this that? He's carrying the name. Well, this is how he's been taught in his house. This is the name of Yah. The third commandment is thou shalt not take his name in vain, which is thou shalt not take his law in vain. His law, the Creator's law, represents the Creator. And all through the book, through the whole Bible, they tell you, keep my commandments, keep my commandments, keep my commandments. The law is his name. People are looking for a specific name when really the law represents the Creator, meaning the law carries his name. And it's just that simple. But a lot of people see things the way they want to see it. The only thing I can do is give them the understanding. The scripture says, get wisdom, get knowledge, but in all your getting, get an understanding. Why? Because understanding will keep you. A lot of people don't have understanding. They have wisdom, they have knowledge, but they don't have the understanding behind it. But now let's get over here to Genesis chapter 27, verse 28 and 29. Right here, and it says, therefore, now this is the blessing of Jacob. Therefore, Yah give thee of the, listen what he said, give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. That's plenty of food and drink. 29. Let people serve thee. That's happening today in a sense. For us that's righteous with the Creator. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren. Be Lord over. See, some people think this talk. See, this is some of these Hebrew Israelites who's not spiritual. They think he's talking directly to Jacob. This is Jacob's seed that he's talking to. It says, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. He's talking about, really, he thought he was talking to Esau about Jacob. He's really now telling Jacob, Esau is going to bow down to you. And if you notice it, you can see it happening today compared to where we came from. Then it says, cursed be everyone that curses thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Now, the only way a person going to be cursed is if you under the Creator's law. If you're doing the Creator's will, people ain't going to mess with you. People, my wife is a prime example. Certain people used to mess with her long before we got together. You know, she came to her job. Certain people would try to act a certain, not beat her up or nothing like that, but they would act a certain way to her. And the Creator got them. And my wife will tell you today, she ain't got to do nothing. She know the Creator gonna get them. And that's how you know the Creator is for you, if you're doing his will, if you're in his law, if you're doing what his voice say. That's how you know you got the, and then a lot of people are ignorant. That's the reason why we have mercy, which is at the end of the second commandment. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Mercy is grace. He's showing mercy to those because many of them love him and don't know him. How come I say they don't know him? Because they don't know the law. If you ask a person, how do you know what sin is? Sin, you ask a person, what is sin? Sin is plain as day. Transgression of the law. Say again, sis.
Transgression of the law.
Transgression of the law. But you got people being taught now by the Roman Empire that we ain't under the law no more. We under grace. We ain't under the law.
So we can sin all we want to.
There you go. There you go. They think they can sin. But see, that was when the time of the Roman Empire. See, when you understand the scriptures, I'm going to get back to this. But when you understand the scriptures, you can see things from what this Creator said. The third and fourth generation of them that hate me is the Greek and the Roman Empire. This is when we were going to lose our identity, our name, our language, our culture. We're going to lose ourselves. Even our land, or everything. We lost ourselves. We lost our land. So in this time, in those 400 years, in those 400 plus the time, but mainly the 400 years where we at this day, where we've come out now. This is when he said that he's gonna as I just said it, and showing them mercy, and showing mercy to those that love me and keep my commandments. There's a lot of people who don't know the Creator, but they love him. The Creator showing them mercy. There's a lot of people starting to keep the commandments because they see that, as y'all just said, sin is what? Transgression of the law. Some people say that and still turn back and think that, well, I still got to keep the law, and they saying it. It's in their face.
True. That is so true.
Right or wrong?
Right.
They saying it, and then still turn back and say, well, I'm under grace. And this goes to show how blind. This is the blind. This is where the Creator said in Isaiah 29, verse 10 through 13, but the key is 10. He said that he has put upon them the spirit of deep sleep. They saying it and can't even see it. right in their face, and they can't even see it. But this is for those who has awoken. This is for those who are pure of heart and really ready to follow the Creator and ready to come out of that idolatry. I'm gonna tell you, when you come to understand, think you know, and you thought all the time that was true, it's gonna be hard, like pulling skin from you. But you see it and accept it, you thank the Father, and all the prophecies, they say you're gonna loathe yourself of all the things that you're gonna cry, you're gonna turn back to him, and you're gonna start keeping this law, because the Spirit is gonna be upon you then. Let's get back to Genesis. Now, we just did Jacob, or Yaakov, before his name was Israel. Therefore, Yah give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. That was told to Jacob. Now, just as Jacob got his blessing, he was leaving. And then verse 39 and 40. I'll start with 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and he wept. He cried. Why? Because he told him that, he said, he's taking away my blessing, but he didn't take it. You sold it for a bowl of beans. But he gonna say that Jacob take it. He didn't take it. You sold it. But that blessing is the birthright. I'm going to show you in a few moments. Then verse 39, it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him. Remember, the Creator established the covenant from Abraham through Isaac to Esau and Jacob, because it was established through Isaac, but Esau and Jacob, I'm going to show you how Esau has got the dominion first. And that old saying, when you hear the first should be last and last should be first, the first one that got their blessing is going to get the dominion last. The one who got their dominion, or got the blessing last, is going to get the dominion first. And I'm going to show you right here in the scripture. Right here it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven. You see the difference? Here, he got the fatness of the earth first. Over here, Jacob got the fatness of the earth second. It says dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth for Jacob. But he said for Esau, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. So he got the earth first, which he's in control of the earth now spiritually. I don't want to say physically Esau, because right now everybody trying to say this Esau, that Esau, whoever else. But spiritually, the mindset of Esau has it. I'm going to show you that now. Verse 40. Verse 40. It says, and by thy sword, which is by war, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. See, he's going to serve us. He's going to live by the sword, but he's going to end up serving us in the end. Just like what's beginning to happen now. But the key is, and by thy sword, by war, shall thou live. Everywhere Esau go, or shall we say these nations go, starting with Greek and the Roman Empire. They conquered the world, didn't they? That's the Greek and the Roman Empire was Esau as a nation. Now you have Esau as a nation in the mind of the people, spiritually. That's where Esau is at today. And how? According to the first sentence, and by thy sword, by war shalt thou live. And a lot of people don't even understand how minute and how serious that is. When it says by thy sword shall I live, that's no different than the war that's going over in around the world in the nations and stuff right now. No different than that. Then on the basketball court, or two people going back like this. That's war. They're going back and forth. Why? Because they're at disagreement. See, the crazy said we're supposed to walk together. We're supposed to be reasoning together, walking together. This is how we're supposed to be. As we reason together, we're coming together as a people because we're all on one accord. The law is on one accord. And that's the two spirits. War is of Esau. Peace is of Jacob or Israel. War is Esau. Peace is Israel. Until we get to utopia, which is peace, Esau is in control through the minds of the people. The people don't get it. That's why I give things to, I'm giving stuff, I give the information to people spiritually. See, a lot of people are still physical and they still pointing the finger at people, not realizing you got Caucasians, melanated men and brothers, even Hebrew Israelites, all these other nations and nationality of people. Everybody is doing what they do against each other and what have you. Israel is the head, and Israel is supposed to wake everybody up. And the spirit is upon Israel. Just like the spirit is upon the prophets, the spirit is going to be upon Israel in these days and time, and we're going to wake up and wake everybody else up. This is the reason why I'm sharing with you the difference between public and private. So let me finish up with 40 right here. Genesis 27:40 says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass. Here you go. And it shall come to pass. What does come to pass mean? This is prophecy. It shall come to pass. That means it's going to happen because it's prophesying right there. When it said come to pass, it's going to happen. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion. The dominion is the dominion of the earth. When thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. That means that when we was in power in a small sense, because we was in control at one time, and Esau was under us in a sense, but even though they had their own mountain and their own place where they dwell, they gained the dominion of the earth. And how? You'll find that in Daniel chapter 2, verse 39 and 40. In 39, it tells you about the brass. The brass, which is the torso and the legs. If I go through that, I'll be here for a minute. But I can actually break it down because I've got it in my other stuff. And I can go through this in part 2 if you want to hear it. But I'm giving you the synopsis right now, give you the small breakdown. But if y'all want to hear about that, because this is open conversation, I can give you that because I want y'all to get full on the questions y'all want to ask tonight. So y'all have that at least, and then y'all can urge the ones that need to do what they need to do. Once we get their information in proper stance, we can go ahead and get things going. Because I need that stuff in one PDF, not 2 or 3 pages. I need them in one PDF from their own email. But when it says, by thy sword shalt thou live. Oh, I was telling you, when the Greek and Roman Empire, when Nebuchadnezzar had a dream about the head of gold, the arms and chest of silver, he had the torso and the thighs of brass, and he had the legs of iron, then he had the feet of iron and clay, right? The torso and the thighs, that's Greek. That's the Greek Empire. And then you'll notice in 39 of, see, that's just like got 39 and 40 here, Daniel chapter 2, 39 and 40. 39, at the end of 39, it says, and the third kingdom shall be as brass, and it shall and it shall bear rule over all the earth. Now, Nebuchadnezzar in starting at 36 says, is a king in the earth at that time. He's a king because there's many kingdoms. So he was a king in the earth. And then the Medes and the Persians going to be inferior to Nebuchadnezzar, which is Babylon. And then you're going to have the brass that's going to bear rule over all the earth. It's going to tell you that. And then then it talks about iron, which subdue everything, going to break and subdue everything. Iron turns to rust. Rust eats up itself. The reason why the iron is going to subdue everything is because Rome is in everything. Number one, we got to look at church and state. Rome is the church, and Rome is the state. Rome is the church, and Rome, whatever religion anybody is doing, if you're on the 501c3, it's the Roman Empire. You got other situations that people are under that's part of the Roman Empire. These are statutes and codes and things like that. But the main one for the churches and religious organizations, the main one that is 501c3. See, what we do, we take you out of the jurisdiction. Okay, we got my brother Robert over here. What's up, brother Rob? Robert Craig said, that was supposed to happen with the beans. What beans?
Lentils that Jacob sold that Esau sold his birthright for.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, those beans. What was supposed to happen with the beans? That's when he sold it, right? You was right on it. And your name ain't up. Brenda, I'm gonna say it Bernadette. I don't know where that came from. Brenda, next time you learn how to put your name up. But yeah, that's what say that was supposed to happen with the beans. That's what he put up. He ain't put nothing else. Oh, he said yes. Okay, there you go. I guess you was on point, sis. You was on point. Say who we got over here. Okay, not so common. How you doing, not so common, over on Instagram? And then we got Russell Clayton Bay over here on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. Like to see you, bro. So, but the key is, I just shared with you what was the dream of Nebuchadnezzar and how Rome is going to subdue everything. And Rome is a part of everything. Religiously, whether it's of the system, everything. I guess I got time. I'm going to break this down real quick. In Daniel chapter 7, verse 23, I'm going to give you this right here real quick. I usually go through it, but I'm going to break down the prophecy of the fourth beast. The prophecy of the fourth beast before the fourth beast got into power. The prophecy of the fourth beast in Daniel, I'm just going to give you one verse. Daniel 7:23. It says in Daniel 23, matter of fact, let me just read it real quick. Well, I just gave y'all the two, Jacob and Esau. Daniel 7:23. I'm only going to do that one because I'm saying I'm going to do that one. I don't plan on going no further than that because of me, I'll go into and I'll break down the whole thing, showing y'all the difference. But just in Daniel 7:23 rather. Daniel 7:23 states, I'm going to read this one verse. I'm not going to go no further because I have to be, if I do it, I'll be going all into it. I have to show you the whole thing. But Daniel 7:23 says, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth. Remember, that was four kingdoms. Babylon, the Medes and the Persians, the Greek, and the Roman Empire. Babylon, Medes and the Persians, the Greek, and the Roman Empire. The fourth beast, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom. When they say in Revelation 13, what they say? The mark of the what? The mark of the beast. The beast is the fourth kingdom. The mark and the name and the number is of the fourth beast, which is of the fourth kingdom, which is the system everybody's living in right now. But now let me break it down to you about that system of the fourth beast, which is the fourth kingdom. That fourth kingdom, which is the fourth beast, it says, again, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth. Check it out. Which shall be diverse, which is different from all kingdoms. He's going to be different from all the kingdoms. And shall devour the what? And shall devour the whole earth. People don't even see this. This is prophecy about Revelation 13. This is prophecy about what's going on today. This is prophecy and tell you who the beast is. but people can't even see it. They still looking all over for all these other stuff, and it's telling you right here in prophecy, prophesying in Daniel chapter 7, verse 12, actually chapter 7 and chapter 8. But chapter 7, it got 3 points. It gives you in a nutshell in verse 15 to 18, actually 17 and 18, about the 4 kingdoms and the 4 BC. I'm about to go into it. I'm going to break down, let y'all check it out for yourself. Then the second one, the second point of view is in 7, verse 19 through 22. It talks about the 4th beast at verse 19 through 22. And the third point of view is 23 through 28. Actually 23 to 27, but 23 to the end. But I'm just going to hit 23 and give you a breakdown to give you understanding. And if y'all want me to go to it and through it, I'll do that in part 2. Because right now we're hour and something in already. So 23 again, I'm going to give you the breakdown and show you how the Roman Empire is over the whole earth and how you're in it and don't even know it. Here we go. Thus he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse, which is different from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down. I want y'all to understand that. And shall tread it down and do what? And break it in pieces. Now let me break it down to you. That's just 23. Let me break it down to you. How he treaded in pieces and broke it down after taking it over? He gave the name of all the countries. Or should I say continents? You got 7 continents, which is the 7 dragons, the head of the 7 heads on the dragon in Revelation 13 and Revelation 12, which is started off with Greek and then hit you with Rome. But you got the 7 head, which is the 7 continents. Upon those continents, you have countries. In those countries, you have states or city and states in those continents and in those countries. Then under the city and states, you have towns, you have rural areas, you have districts, and you have counties. Wherever it all depends on where you're at in the world. It's all broken down. You have districts, you have counties, you have towns, you have rural areas. Then you have neighborhoods. From the continents now. From the continents all the way down to the neighborhoods for right now. Then in the neighborhoods you have streets. Right? Then you have blocks. And then, now I just read, I thought you said something else, the same thing. And then not only the blocks, you have houses on those blocks. Tread it down and break it in pieces. You have houses on those blocks. And not only you have houses on those blocks, you have addresses to each house on your block, to the buildings and everywhere. Everything has an address. This is the Roman Empire. And I tell you what, to make it factual, you can send something no matter where you live. You can send it from where you at to China. You can send it from where you at to Timbuktu, Africa, Japan, England, what's down south, Brazil. They tread the whole earth down. The people don't know it. They don't even understand it. People walk around here thinking they're free. They still slaves. You know how they're slaves? Not only down to your house, all the way till you come out the womb with your birth certificate and your social security card until you get an ID card. You know why? Because each one of those things represents the entity that they call you. This is when we start getting into the private. See, when they give you a quote unquote, but this ain't no ID card. This is my diplomatic identification. Just so y'all can see it. Yeah, can y'all see it?
Where you get that from?
We try to share it. We gonna share this with everybody when the time comes. Can you see it though, right?
You get that through?
We gonna talk. That's private. It's private information. Hold on. I want you to see if you can read the top. Can you see the top of that? Don't say that. If you're saying something, just your name on. There you go.
Official travel.
There you go. I'll read it for you.
Oh, it's a passport.
Exactly. It's also a passport. Official travel passport after David, land, air, and sea. That's much of the private I'm gonna give you on that. See, that's why I say we speak on the private here, or not here, but when we get into the other class. You understand the difference now?
Is that an international?
International.
Okay, because I just have the state. I mean the U.S.
But the point I'm getting at, you're going to move into international once you get with our situation.
Okay.
This is the reason why I'm listening.
That's fine. I was going to ask something. What part did the passport play in this situation? So that's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. You can get that to work for you as well. Because what we're going to do, your ID work for you. You understand what I'm saying? Your regular ID will work for you. And the reason why I'm telling you that is this. And I'm glad I told you all that story up until all the way down to your ID card, because what we do, which I'm not going to say on the public platform, but what we do is we use that for our benefit to put, I'm trying to see how I can say this, to put people on notice. I'll put it like that. To put persons on notice. I'll put it like that. Not people, but persons. If you understand where I'm coming from. So, and just to share with you a testimony, since I shared with you, I broke it down and told you how the world is under the Roman system. I'm out of that system because of, this is one portion, and this is just for them. I told you, you just have to know who you are. But this is for the system. And what we get and what we share with you is for the system. So they can recognize you as being a child of the Most High and not of this system. You understand?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
That's how you start to become child of the Most High. Because now you're under the Creator's rules, commandments, and not the system. The system is legal. The Creator is lawful.
Right.
And now you're understanding and trying to get you a better understanding of where we at. So, the example I'm going to share with you is that, but I've told you, you listen to my boy RR that I shared you at the beginning of the information, that he came, and that was his first time meeting me, and he came to the court, and he stood in there with me, and he gave his opinion about what happened in the court case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let me share with you, that was, I wasn't even in my sovereign status at the time. My full sovereign status. I was indexed. And I use that for my advantage. I was indexed, and that's another portion. If you haven't heard of it, if you go to your Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, your syllabus, you read it, you'll see about index. Now I always share that in there as well. So all that's already a part of what I've sent you. Once you have accepted the invitation and you got a Google Calendar, it comes up in your Google Calendar under Tuesday. Y'all got me? Mm-hmm. You have to study that, because this is how that's your syllabus. Mean that's your guideline to what you're going to be using and doing. That syllabus is going to be your guideline. We're going to teach you through the guideline, but that's the syllabus, your guide. So study that, so you already know what. It ain't going to be no shortcut. Step by step by step by step. So if you see B, that's the first thing you need to do. When you get to number 3B, 3B is the first thing you need to do. And you don't need to be having class to have that. You can have that ready before you even get started. So I'm just going to leave that right there. So like I said, this is private. So I'm only going to say so much. So now let me share with you my example. I'll take these off. So now let me share with you my example. When I was just indexed, and I got my van. I had got a van, a blue van. When I got it, I never got it registered. I never got a tag, and I never got insurance. but I did get I did get a title to show that it was I purchased it. So I did have a title, but I didn't have a tag, insurance, or a registration. I didn't have that because I didn't go get it registered. Why? Because according to the Constitution and Jurisprudence, Volume 11, I think it's Jurisprudence, Volume 11, something 4, I believe. I've got exactly what it is. But it tells you don't need a permit to travel. You don't need a permit to travel. A permit is permission. A permit is a license or something like that. He said, we have the right, I would like to say liberties at this time, to travel, whether it's wagon, I say if it's horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile. You have the right to travel. So I didn't get a birth certificate. I didn't get a tag. I didn't get a tag. I didn't get a tag, registration, or did I get I didn't get a insurance. You all right, son?
Yeah.
All right. So what happened was people got jealous. Some people was getting jealous, seeing me ride around, coming home back and forth, not getting no tickets or nothing like that. Now, I rode around like that for 2 years. Now, in those 2 years' time, I ended up accumulating a couple of, I got a few tickets. 2 of them in Detroit, and I got 7. I was 7 different counties or 7 different cities. I was dealing with. I had to go to court. Most of the cops, they wouldn't. They'll read the information I give them. They'll let me go. Others wanted to try me. I won all my court cases. Matter of fact, that's how come you seen the court case that I shared with y'all. 2 of them. One of them was Southfield. That's the one A&E was on, and the last one was from Detroit when I said that the judge threatened me. Not judge. The prosecutor threatened me and tried to tell the judge his name is Michael. His name is Michael McFadden. I'm like, who are you talking about? He trying to give me a whole different identity. Thomas Michael McFadden. I'm like, man, but I gave you the information. Won my last case. That was my 8th case. That was my last one. I ain't been to court since. And after that, and no, during that time, just before that case, during that is when I went ahead and got my license plate, and I sent in information for my private office. Let me put it like that. The information we sent in for the private office, and a lot of things begin to change. Within my last 4 court cases, when I sent that information in, things begin to change. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna leave it like that at the moment because, like I said, that's private. But what happened was me and some guy kind of got into it a little bit, not fist fight, but almost. And when me and my wife was moving to where we at right now, after we left that place and I moved, now I got plates on my car now because now that even if I could have had them on there before, it still would have showed, according to indexing, it'll show them not to be detained. They can't detain me. But when I'm just gonna leave it right there for the index situation. We'll talk more on that a little later. But I come to find out where I'm at right here is a whole different level. And the reason why I say that now, I'm about to tell you why I'm gonna say it now. It's because when I got my plates, just before we moved, somebody bust both my tail lights. When I say busted, all you seen was 2 light bulbs and my license plate. All my reflectors, my blinker, my brake light, whatever that I needed for the back, you couldn't see nothing but my 2 bulbs. All you seen was 2 bulbs and my license plate. Now, at the time, I didn't know what was going on. So I was riding around about 2 weeks. I think in between the time we was moving and me making it over here, I think that was 2 weeks' time. I was noticing cops getting behind me. Then they'll speed off. Then I happened to say, let me go back and check. I looked and I said, dang, somebody in the bus with all my tail light. I ain't paying no attention. So I waited 3 months. Since this was going on for 2 weeks, I know them passing me up and fading off and turning. I waited 3 months purposely. 3 months purposely. After 3 months, guess how many times cops got behind me in those 3 months? Only seeing them 2 bulbs in my license plate. You can about, I ain't gonna say guess, but you can about guess how many times cops got behind me. And I'm gonna say almost every day that I recognize. Sometimes I didn't notice. Sometimes I'll be riding, they just pass on by me because I ain't paying no attention. But the whole thing I'm getting at is I know it works. That's why I'm doing this class. I know it works. But, and also this is why I'm not putting the private into public, because the slave masters don't want you waking up their slaves. If you understand what I'm saying.
That's true. What do your license plates say?
Oh, it's just regular license plate. I was gonna get some DOT, but I hadn't got those yet because they go with this. My DOT, my Department of Transportation, private plates goes with this. And as you can see, my credentials on the back as well right there. These are 4 different barcodes for 4 different situations. But the point I'm getting at is that what did what did you ask me again? What was that question?
Your license plate.
Oh, my license plate.
If you got regular license plates, that means you registered your car.
Put it like this.
There's some motor vehicle.
Yeah, but that's why I'm trying to tell you about being in your executive office. Remember I told you Trump was signing those, what's called?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to be doing.
Signing executive orders?
Exactly. Exactly. You heard me, didn't you? You heard me, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's why I could ride, and that's why when they read my plates, it comes up in their system, and they do this. Phew, phew.
Oh.
That's all I'm gonna tell you. That's all I can say in the public. That's all I'm gonna let be known.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give you an understanding.
I'm gonna have to sign off. I've gotta go. So
Well, sis, okay, I tell you what. When you send, if you haven't sent me your NDA yet, because I gotta go too as well, because I gotta give a part 2. I'm going to get off. Well, I'm gonna hold you because this is my full version. So I'm just gonna put you on pause, but I'm gonna have everybody else on part 1 and part 2. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm gonna have them on part 2. But now you see, no different than I'm doing this, be the same thing I'm doing the class. And if I'm doing the class and nobody coming in, it's wasting my time. I could be doing other situations. I could be doing my teas right now. I could be making waters, whatever I'm doing around the house. But then these people are coming in, but not getting into not doing the work.
okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So just before you go, I gave the understanding, or should I say, I gave the example. And that was it for that. Now, before you go, is there anything you'd like to ask?
No, I've covered quite a bit, and I understand, and hopefully I'll have that in the morning.
Whenever you get it, I'm waiting on you. But try to have it all a part of one PDF. Now, don't send me several. All of them, just like a page. Like when I sent it to you, if you have all a part of that PDF as one, because Brenda did it. She did it correctly.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, and nice talking to you.
Okay, have a great night.
And you have a great night as well.
Bye-bye.
You're not going, Brenda, are you?
No.
Okay, because there's some more I'd love to share with you if you don't have no more questions. But before we do, I'm getting ready to say, huh?
I do, but I can't ask them.
Well, I tell you what, we'll see in part 2 in a few moments. I want you to pause for a minute. But other than that, I'd just like to share that I am that Lkhyym in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Lkhyym in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwelled. who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Michael is really me. Other than that, we're going to pause Zoom real quick. I'd like to thank my brother Robert Craig for coming through and still hanging with us over here on YouTube. I'd like to thank Not So Common on Instagram that came by for a moment, came by and left. And also my brother Russell Clayton Bay Jr. Glad he was here today on Facebook. I mean, on I'm sorry, Facebook. I mean, where am I at? So, other than that, we're gonna pause you, Brenda and Gus. I'm glad you still came back, Gus. We're gonna pause y'all for a moment. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. And
Recording stopped.
all right. Now for YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're interested in coming to our Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge or on any of our Zoom classes, if you're interested in coming to any of the Zoom class, which is all the public and that one private class, you're welcome to text me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. If you'd like to connect with me, please text me your name and your email. Now, if you can also email me your name, number, and your email. And when you text me and email me, let me know you want to know about the Zoom classes. Just let me know about the Zoom. What I'm going to do, I'm going to send you the information in your email. Once you get the invitation in your email, what you would do is accept the invite. Once you accept the invite, it's gonna come to your Google Calendar. Now, if you don't have Google Calendar, go to Play Store and upload Google Calendar, and then the information should be there for each day that we're doing what we're doing. That way, you'll get notifications, and you'll have all the information in your email. And also on your calendar as well. So, other than that, text me again at 770-572-5315. Again, that's 770-572-5315. Also, you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. Excuse me. Okay. Now, as I was saying, for the private class, Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, we're here every last Tuesday, unless we get people coming that want to be serious. We may have an earlier class, but right now we're every last Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. and at 9 p.m. night after Tuesday, which is the night after the sun. Like right now, the sun is down. We started in the evening when the sun was going down, but it's night now. And I like to say the night after because the night is what starts the cycle of the next cycle for the night, and then the day, and then the next following night. So again, that's Tuesday at the rising of the sun at 7:30 a.m. last Tuesday of the month, and then at 9 p.m. night after the sun go down Tuesday. Then we also here on that's at 7:30 a.m. Eastern and at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then we're here on the Sabbath day, which was yesterday at noon. Saturday, they say Saturday, I say the Sabbath day at noon Eastern time. Noon Eastern time, and we call that session Assembly of the Righteous. This is when the righteous come together and we hold the Creator's word and we go through it as we're going through the scriptures. Now, yesterday we did 2 Kings chapter 6 and 7. Next week we'll be on chapter 8 of next week. So we're going through the scriptures at that time on the Sabbath day at 12 p.m. noon Eastern. Then we're here tonight on the night after Sunday. Night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And it's called Introduction, and it's called Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. That's Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. We're here on Sundays or the night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Excuse me. Then we're also here tomorrow night, which is the night after Monday. Night after Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's night after Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And that's Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. Mikael's Knowledge of Truth, night after Monday. And then don't forget, again, we're back to the last Tuesdays. And we do have one on Wednesdays, but that's the advanced class, so no need for me even sharing that until you get past the introductory class. So just share that. Now, for the public platforms, if you'd like to connect with me on YouTube, and also, well, before I go there, I'll give you my number and email one more time for the Zoom. And for your email, just to share, text me at 770-572-5315. Again, that's 770-572-5315. Text me your name and your email and that you want to know more about the Zooms. And then you can also email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. And just email me and just say you'd like to know more about the Zoom classes. Or you can ask me about the Zoom and the alkaline water and teas, and I'll send you information on those as well, if you're interested. All right. Now, for the public platforms, we're here on YouTube and also X, formerly known as Twitter. That's YouTube and also X. And also X, formerly known as Twitter, at JuicePro33. That's JuicePro33, which is spelled JuicePro33. Again, that's JuicePro33. Excuse me. That's JuicePro33 on YouTube, which you can like, subscribe, and share to, and also on my X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, you can also connect with me also on Facebook. My Facebook is Mikael Harris, which is spelled M-I-Chael space Harris. Again, that's M-I-Chael space Harris. That's my Facebook page. Also, you can connect with me on my Instagram. My Instagram and one of my TikToks. My Instagram and one of my TikToks is under Lkhyym _ the juice, which is spelled LKHYYM _ THEJUICE. Again, that's LKHYYM _ THEJUICE. All right. Now, also, my other TikTok and my other YouTube, if you'd like to connect with me on those. And my other TikTok and my other YouTube is under Michael the Juice Harris, which is all together as one word. Same with JuicePro33, all one word, not separated. When you go to YouTube, they're going to try to separate it, but it's all together. So that's JuicePro33 all together. And this is Michael the Juice Harris on my other YouTube and my other TikTok. All together as one word, which is spelled MICHAEL THEJUICE HARRIS. Excuse me. Again, that's MICHAEL THEJUICE HARRIS. That's Michael the Juice Harris for my other TikTok and my other YouTube. Now, last but not least, this is for my Patreon and for my Rumble. My Patreon.com /LKHYYM. Again, that's Patreon.com /LKHYYM is my Patreon, and my Rumble.com /LKHYYM. Again, that's Rumble.com /LKHYYM. All right. I'd like to thank everybody for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. We'll be right back with part 2 We get ready, and I don't even know what I'm gonna call this night. Open conversation with friends, I guess you can say. With new friends. With new friends. We'll put it like that. Open conversation with new friends. We'll call that this tonight. Tonight is again 7/12/26. 7/12/26, July 12th, 2026. So first we're gonna say bye over here to Facebook. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon. We'll be right back with part 2. This is the end of 1. Russell Clayton Bay. Hopefully I'll see you back in a few minutes, bruh. Love you all and always. Peace. Oh, there we go. And next, we're going to say bye over here to Instagram. Thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon and always. Peace. There we go. And for YouTube Live, Brother Rob, hopefully I'll see you back in a few minutes. I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. We'll be right back. Peace.